In 2019, we were feeding about 935 people, and now we've gone to over 4,000 people. And it's that group of middle class people, it's that group of seniors and students that is really, we're seeing a lot more people. So we're seeing such a diverse group of people for sure.
This episode of Bring Back the Porch brought to you by Bernie Leahy, River Street Realty. Let's get you home.
Hi, and welcome back to The Porch. My name's Lynette Schneider, and I'm very happy to be joined by Mullis from Root Cellar Food and Wellness Hub. Welcome to The Porch.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I know that you guys have been super busy. November is kind of where you have your big push to try to get food into the Root Cellar, and you just finished your food drive. How did that go?
It was so good. We got just over 300,000 pounds of food. It was such a heartwarming day. I love that day every year, the 2 days that we have with the Wild team. It is heartwarming, and you get to see how excited all the businesses are, and it is a really great day.
The Root Cellar does more than just provide food, though. It provides wellness, and it supports many members of our community. I want to talk about, when I go to your website, the thing that I loved about it was like, it's like a cup of sugar for your neighbor. And here on the porch, we consider ourselves, we have neighborly conversations. So I think that's a great way to sort of say, like, you guys are part of our community, but you're also helping our community. What kind of people come to the Root Cellar for help?
I always say we serve 3 different types of people. So we serve people who are on a fixed income, people who are on age, people who are on disability, people who have an income, are seniors that they just can't change. So we bring those people in, we feed them, we don't ask a bunch of questions, we try and connect them to as many services as we can. And then on the other side, we have kind of more our blue collar families, people that can typically stay above the poverty line, but something happens, a big expense or some sort of emergency, and we have to help them for a couple months. And then we have our middle group of people. That is the group that we really target our programs towards. We really want, we feel like there's a lot of room for change. So there's, people who are in active addiction, mental health crisis, people who, are in generational poverty. In 2019, we were feeding about 935 people, and now we've gone to over 4,000 people. And it's that group of middle class people, it's that group of seniors and students that is really, we're seeing a lot more people. So we're seeing such a diverse group of people for sure.
Do you think part of it is that you're better known? Like, people know that you're there to help them, so that they're coming to you for help?
I think that's part of it. I think it's also, we're in a cost of living crisis right now. So, there's a lot more people needing help. And so I'm grateful that we are well known and people know that we're there and that we're stable.
The Food and Wellness Hub, the center itself where people go, has what's called a stable pantry. Can you explain to our audience what constitutes a stable pantry?
Yeah, for sure. So we have 13 items that we purchase with donor dollars, and those are always in stock items. Those are items that we purchase to ensure that when people come in, that they do feel that there is stability. So things like rice and tuna and pasta and peanut butter and things like that. Those are always on our shelves. We also purchase ground beef, and as well we purchase milk and eggs as well too. So those are items that people can always count on.
There is a list of wants instead of needs. What are some of the things that typically get kind of overlooked that you need at the food bank?
What people always ask me, what's better? What's better to do is to give cash or to give food. When people give cash, it gives us the ability to buy those things that we need, and we have a better buying power because we're buying in bulk. When people donate those kind of extra items, it gives people variety. So it gives people cereal. We can't buy cereal. It's much too expensive. It gives people the ability to have cookies and crackers and different things. So, it is nice for people to be able to have more of a robust shop as opposed to just kind of those core items. And if you went to the grocery store and you got just those core items every time, it might be a little bit boring. So it's nice to be able to do that. And the cool thing is we have a shopping area so people can pick and choose the items that work for them, which is really amazing.
Let's talk about that for a second, because I'm sure that's one of the things that's really hard with food insecurity is the idea that, okay, well, I'm going to go and get some help. And am I just going to get a plastic box with 10 items in it and walk away, where I know that my family likes pasta and I have somebody in my family who doesn't like rice. Like, what does that mean to them to give them that kind of self confidence to go in and do a shop at the Wellness Hub?
Yeah, absolutely. So long term, our organization has been a shopping organization. And when we moved into this location, it was very important that we got back there. So through COVID, we did have to give out hampers, and we learned a lot of lessons through that. So we actually give out 30 pounds less per person by offering them the opportunity to shop, which is great. But the number one thing, the numbers going down is great, but the number one thing is dignity. And so when people come in, they have the opportunity to shop like they would in a grocery store. And I think it's so important. It's so important for people's mental health. It's so important for their sense of worth. And, we've heard so much good feedback from the people that we serve that it's just a better option. And we reduce a lot of waste in the community by doing so.
I want to just take a second and say, let's say I am somebody who's hungry and I am looking, I can't make my dollars stretch far enough, and I want to become a part of the root cellar. What's that process look like? Is it a phone call? Is it I come to the office? How do people get in touch with you to get help?
For sure. Yeah. So it starts with a phone call. So people phone, they leave a message, and we have a team of people that call them back. So we have 2 social workers that work there, and then also 2 staff members that work in our emergency food pantry. So they get a call back. The first time somebody comes to access us, we really don't ask a lot of questions. We bring them and we feed them, and then we have a conversation. There's no blanket approach to care at the root cellar, so we don't believe that, you fitting in some sort of a box means that you are worthy of food or not. So everybody's situation is individual, and so it's based on the goals that they set with our social workers, and our goal is to get them out of accessing it and support them, connect them to as many community services as we can.
How many services do you guys work with?
Oh gosh, if there is a community service or a government service, we are working with them. We are, the girls in the emergency food pantry, those social workers are really dedicated to making sure that if there's a barrier that somebody's facing, that they're helping. We have a connection with ATB where we can directly make bank appointments for people and support them with their finances. We have access to support with community housing and age support and things like that. So really, we're a navigation hub. We're a place where you can come for help with food, but we're going to help you with a lot more than just food.
There was a recent article on CBC about how nice it is to get a donation of beef, but that necessarily comes at a cost for a food bank anywhere in Alberta, really. Yeah. But here, the root cellar has got a little bit of a superpower.
We do. Yeah, actually, when that fellow reached out to me from CBC to talk about that, and he was talking about what a big problem it was for other food banks. We're lucky enough that it's not a big problem. So we have amazing cattle ranchers throughout our community who donate regularly, and our Kinsman Club actually have committed to paying for the processing and have done so for a very long time. So they have seen the value in that program and seen the value with giving out fresh beef and knowing what a cost that is, and they've committed to supporting us. So we are very lucky here.
Shout out to the Kinsmen.
Yes.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
I noticed also when going through the website that there's sort of an area that not everybody that comes to the root cellar is necessarily might be a newcomer to Canada. Mm-hmm. They might have moved here from somewhere else. And there's a need for maybe something that's more culturally sensitive as far as food goes for people. What types of items would that kind of be?
So halal meat is the biggest one. We don't get that donated regularly. It's only donated to us by different grocery stores that have it. So that's something that if somebody was looking to make a specific donation. I'll also say too that items like gluten-free, specialty diet items, those are really important as well. And something cool I really wanted to mention was that the Lions Club of Medicine had actually just donated us funds to buy a translator. So we are very excited. It translates 400 100 languages. So that's going to be really, really a big deal for the intake team to be able to communicate well with people. So we're really excited about that. Right now, they're just doing some sort of Pictionary game, and it's not as easy as you think.
Yeah, exactly. And especially if the person that's trying to communicate is maybe feeling a little humbled by the experience and doesn't want to ask for too much, or comes from a culture where they would never have had to have asked. It does create a barrier. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we're very excited for that donation. We're really excited, when companies like this, I mean, I just posted today, we had a big donation from Acciona Energy today. Companies like that, or organizations like the Lions Club, when they're asking specifically, like, what do you need? What can we do for you? That has been really helpful. So that translator is something that we're very excited about.
Do you know how many of your clients are, say, under 18? Is there a lot of children that access the root cellar?
Yeah, absolutely. There's not a lot of children independently that are accessing, but through families, yeah, it is a very large number of children that we're accessing.
So I would think that if there's children involved, there's probably snacks for school and that kind of thing. That would also be something you'd be looking for? Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, and especially through the summer months and through those kind of times where school's out. I mean, we were just talking before this about the strike. Having those snack items on hand for the families is really, really important.
And you're still doing the brown bag lunch program. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, currently we're feeding just over 1,500 children a day. So we feed that many kids across all three districts, so Public, Catholic, and Prairie Rose. Prairie Rose is a little bit different. They come and pick up lunch items, and the other schools, we make lunch fresh every day. So we have about 20 volunteers that come every single morning to our kitchen and kindly make lunches. And it is the best volunteer opportunity if people are looking for a place to go, because it's a really good bucket filler.
Let's talk about your volunteers and what they mean for the root cellar, and how they kind of are that they're sort of do some of the heavy lifting for you in many ways, because you need persons. How if somebody wants to get involved and volunteer, what kind of opportunities are there, and how do they get in touch with you guys?
For sure, yeah. So we have about 240 active volunteers, people who just give, kindly of their time. We could not do what we do without volunteers. We have a volunteer who goes in the freezer every day and sorts the meat. Like, he is integral to what we do. So we're really grateful for them. There's tons of different volunteer jobs, like I said, making lunches. There's opportunities for sports teams to come in, for people to come do tours, and then give back with an activity. There's also, we need stocking of the shelves. We need third-party events. Our Race for Hunger event requires over 100 volunteers. We need a lot of help with that. So, yeah, if people wanted to get involved, they just contact Morgan. She's our volunteer coordinator at volunteer@mhfoodbank.com.
Awesome. We do have something coming up. Because there's always something coming up. It's called Giving Tuesday. Can you kind of educate our audience a little bit about what is Giving Tuesday?
Giving Tuesday is the day after Cyber Monday, and then Black Friday's on the Friday, Cyber Monday, and then it goes Giving Tuesday. And it's a day where, people are, encouraged to give to their favorite charity. And so it's a way you can go onto kind of the website of your favorite charity and donate that day. It's a big giving day for us, for sure.
And so what are you doing so people can give? Or is it they phoning in, or are they dropping off?
We people can come in, people can give on our website, people can donate through e-transfer at donate@mhfoodbank.com. Lots of different ways. We'll take any form of payment.
Excellent. Now we are coming up to the holiday season, and I'm sure you're getting ready for Christmas. What is going on at the Root Cellar for your clients for Christmas? How do you handle that?
Yeah, so we work really, really hard to get all of our families in before Christmas. We do close over Christmas. It's a nice break for the staff, and people are very well supported through the holidays, so it gives us a little bit of a chance to reset. So we get everybody in before. We do night shops with different companies that come in and help people get through. So all of our families are through right before Christmas, and then booked in kind of for when we get back. And then throughout the holidays, if there's emergencies, where people are needing support, we do give out a list of hampers that we give to different agencies and organizations throughout the community. So we'll be posting that, and people can still get help throughout the holidays through that avenue.
So would that be like a case, for instance, if somebody maybe experienced like a house fire and now they're living in a hotel and they have 4 kids and they need diapers and they need all these other things. Is that where you would step in?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's lots of there's all the community resources, can get support from us, and we, like I said, community housing has hampers, and the women's shelter, and lots of different places in the community. And then if they need us, they just phone. Yeah.
So, what's your number one thing on your wish list that you wish you had more of today?
Cereal.
Yeah,
cereal is it's so expensive. It's not something that we can put on the purchase list just because we're feeding so many people and we really want to stretch our dollars as far as we can. But it's a great meal if mom and dad aren't, doing well or not functioning or not home, that kids can get some nutrition by themselves. So I think that cereal is such an important donation. So it's always something that we ask for.
All right. Well, you heard it here on the porch. The root cellar needs cereal.
Yes.
So get some boxes and get them out to you. Now, if people have food to donate, do they have to come to the root cellar, or is there other places they can drop food off at?
Yeah, every single grocery store has a bin at their door that they can donate food to as well, and we pick those up every day. And then, our warehouse is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 till 4.
Melissa, thank you so much for coming on the porch and talking to us. I hope you will come back when you are getting ready for your race. We'll see if we can get you at least 100 volunteers.
That's amazing. Thank you for having me.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks.